Welcome to part 2. Okay. The only reason I'm even dividing these into parts is so you guys don't have to like sit and watch like a 45 or longer minute video. But I am filming it all just one after the other. Okay, so I'm now diving into this black tube that came in the package. So the first thing that you kind of pull out is this bundle of 4 red candles. Like I said, the wicks have already been lit, but there's no like wax. And it's kind of tied together and there's a note around it. We kind of went through the stickers too to try and see if they have anything to do with anything, and it might just be nothing. Okay, so here's like a little sachet. It feels like it could be a bullet casing, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side. There's like a free floating note that I read earlier, and it's please read the entire thing carefully. You need to know what you are doing. You can't afford a mistake halfway through. Get familiar with every step before you start. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so there's some more papers in here that I haven't looked at yet. I kind of just pulled these 2 things out and then read this and was like, okay, I'm putting everything back. So here's like an off-white paper, like an old looking, this might be a map. Don't know, haven't opened it. That almost hit me in the eye. There's more stuff in here. This is like printer paper with some notes written on it. Yeah, so that there was dust in here, and talk of a dead person. If those were ashes, they're now on my carpet. Sorry. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what these papers are. So I'm kind of interested in this one. Looks like official cardstock paper. So let's see. To the bearer of this letter. It is very official looking. Very official. To the bearer of this letter, we don't know who you are. We don't want to know. We have asked a company who handles matters such as these to find trustworthy homes for this ritual, and more importantly, for the included jar. I haven't found a jar. I'm assuming there's a jar in this box. Also, the jar was written in the letter and crossed out and rewritten as prison. There might be a jar soul prison in the box from part 1. Anyway, we cannot risk the jars being brought together in one place ever again. We came too close in 1930 with the German town that I can't pronounce because I am a terrible excuse for a German. That was disguised as a theater. The excavation in 2015 was closer yet. The chamber sealed by us for centuries was penetrated. The jars were no longer safe where they had been hidden for so many years. They need to be spread out and hidden. Please keep your safe. It must not be found. Be diligent with the ritual. It must be performed regularly to ensure... Regularly? I'm not good at doing things regularly. You've put your trust in the wrong bitch, I'm telling you. Regularly to ensure the seal does not lose its strength. We are placing great trust in you, a total stranger. We hope we have not erred. Well, I'm pretty sure you have. One final warning, do not open the jar under any circumstances. To do so will risk releasing what is trapped within. Prisons, okay, if that's all coming together. We will not communicate with you further, you are on your own. The daughters of Nama? Okay, so this seal on this matches the box. So I'm assuming there's a jar in the box that has some sort of spirit in it. Which, like I said, it looked like a Dybbuk box. And then, okay, so this mentioned daughters. So in the letter from before, the daughters come and I am ready. I have fed on my hatred for centuries. So these 2 letters, I think, I'm gonna keep together because both of these mention These both mention sisters, so these are sticking together. Okay, so we're gonna get into this older one, which is really long and old looking. Really long, apparently. Long as my arm, almost. Yeah, pretty much as long as my arm. Okay. I'm already too tired to read this. So there's some notes on it. The handwriting in this matches the handwriting on this. So like the notes on this match this paper, but the notes on this don't match these papers. Not the same handwriting. And obviously this is very different handwriting. This looks like it was possessed person handwriting, which you can see a little bit in the original letter, but mostly they're two different, and this is totally different. But the main text on this is different from everything, but the notes are the same as this. Let's see what this has to say. Known guardian, that thou art alone, and yet one of many. You stand watch over the prison. Okay, this calls it a prison too. As many have stood for generations. Do not falter in vigilance. You must add your strength to the binding. This sounds like a lot of work, and I am lazy. Gather chalk. Oh god, I don't want to gather stuff. Wait, chalk. This could be chalk. Maybe I should keep reading before I just jump into it. Okay, we're gonna put that back down. Okay, right in here. Okay. Gather chalk, pure and white. Gather salt. Gather oil of virgin birth and pressed without heat. Gather candles, 4 of the color red, we have that. Gather fire of flint and phosphorus. I actually do flint or phosphorus. I have flint somewhere. Gather the prisoner in its cage. Gather the key. This is like super long. So essentially, this is the rituals. Okay, so I have to read this a million times before I know what I'm doing. Let's read what the notes have to say, shall we? Okay, reflect, okay. Refers to the circle diagram. What circle diagram? Okay, anyway, so that's what one note says. It's on the diagram page under the circle in German. I'm fucked. I translated it for you. Less fucked. You're locked in now, no stopping until you are done, or the whole thing will fail. Great. I'm like wondering, okay, I'm gonna slip whatever paper is on these candles off, and maybe that's the diagram. They are unscented. Okay, there's no diagram on here. Basically, it just said some of the old things needed to be replaced to keep this locked up, whatever's in the jar locked up. No diagrams, however, so I'm still confused. So I guess I'm gonna open whatever's in here now. I think I might find the chalk in here and the salt maybe. Yes, so all that I have left is this, which is, there's notes on this. Yeah, it matches this handwriting. Cross-interpretive sources, I was able therefore to collate with 2 major existing translations to create a new, more accurate reading of the Worn Tablet. Defeat, slay, imprison, victim, animal, condemned, watching for all time, watching for 50 years, watching for an age, quaternary science reviews rejected, archaeological and anthropological sciences rejected, Journal of Archaeological Science rejected, theories and ideas that someone who was trying to figure this out looked at already. And then at the bottom it says, vindication. Those insipid editors who rejected me will have to eat crow. I found the chamber. Okay. So far I still don't know anything. I'm just as confused. Essentially, I have to do some sort of ritual. I guess I should try to open the box since I feel like I'm missing a lot. So hopefully I don't unlock some sort of evil curse. Part 3 will be me trying to open that box. See you then.